Hello dear music lovers. Today we were talking about 4 types of cassettes. I will I will show you what the differences are, and I will give you also some recommendations about this music format. Okay, first of all, as you might know, there are 4 types of cassettes. That refers to the tape quality of the actual tape. Like for example this one here. Let's start with this one. This one here is a type 2 cassette. Yeah, chrome. There's also tape 1. Those are called normal or ferro sometimes. Type 3, they're called ferrochrome. But I actually never have seen one of this type 3. You know, they are more rarer than some unicorns, I think. If you've seen one, okay, maybe there are some, but we don't talk about these ones because they are extremely rare. And no one has them, and the quality of those are not as good as you might know, as you might think. Type 4, position metal. These are the best tapes that you can actually buy on the market. And I will explain you from type 1 to type 4 what the differences are. Okay, let's start with type 1 or normal. I actually don't have a type 1 cassette because I think if you should buy one, then you should buy those chrome cassettes and not this normal. But I got one pre-recorded here. It's from a Peruvian flute band, I think. They bought many years ago on the market somewhere somewhere in Spain or on the island of Spain. And so you might look at this, the tape. You might not see it, but it's very brownish, not very dark, kind of brown, more light brown colored. And the most important thing that you should know about these are that you can record those type 1 cassettes up to 0 dB, I think. And they have a frequency range up to 15 kilohertz. You know, a human at best, you know, can hear between 20 and 20 hertz and 20 kilohertz. So it doesn't it isn't the full spectrum of the hearing range of a human, of those cassettes. But I should say that most humans, when they grow up, I mean children can hear better, but when you grow up, you lose something of those high frequencies. And most people can only hear up to, when they're good, 18, 16 kilohertz. And therefore we come to the type 2 cassettes, chrome, or also called, I think on this one they're called position high. Not position normal, position high. And those are the ones that I can recommend you to buy. They are not as expensive as those metal cassettes, but they sound really nice. And you can record those up to, I think, plus 2 dB. That means you can record them with a higher frequency, higher dynamic range than the normal cassettes. And they go up to, you can see it's very dark, the tape is really dark, really nice, looks really great. And those can have a frequency range up to 16 kilohertz, which covers most the hearing spectrum of many humans. I think it covers also mine spectrum. I can't hear above 60 kilohertz, I don't think I can hear that. They're the ones that I can really recommend you to buy. They're not as expensive as, you might know, type 4. We don't talk about type 3 because I don't have type 3 and not many have them. They're really rare. And I don't think they're really necessary for if you collect cassettes or are enthusiasts of this music format. So these are the famous metal position metal type 4 position metal tapes. Those have a frequency range up to 18 kilohertz, and you can record those up to, I think, plus 4 dB. They're really nice. I tell you, Sound-wise, they're fantastic. But I don't think that if you buy those, you know, not many people companies produce those anymore, and they become very expensive. They were, I think, they cost about, well, I don't know, I think at least 5 Mark, you know, when Deutschmark, when the Silver Deutschmark, it was quite expensive back in the 90s for just one cassette that you can record on. But they are the absolute best, the Type 4 metal. But I don't think that you should buy those. I recommend you, if you buy used cassettes, get those Type 2. They're absolute perfect, sound really nice, all that you need. So I think it's a very it's a nice audio medium, but it's something from the past. I don't recommend you to collect, especially cassettes, and I don't think real music connoisseurs and collectors really collect tapes. There may be some who got a Nakamichi, I think they call it this way, Nakamichi tape deck. They are really expensive and the best of its kind. But I don't think you need those cassettes anymore much. I would recommend you more to buy, if you like tape, like me. I like tape. Tape sounds great, analog tape, no question about it. But if you want real quality, then you have to buy a reel-to-reel tape machine or tape recorder. Like, for example, this one from Revox. It's built in 1972 in Germany and still works. And they use these tapes here. You know, this is a reel-to-reel tape from the BASF. Really great sounding, fantastic. But I recommend you, if you buy those machines, try to get some that have at least 7.5 inches per second tape speed, because those they have a frequency range up to 20 kilohertz, which covers the human hearing, as you might know now. So they look like this. Yeah. I really recommend you buying those. But those cassettes, for me, maybe you see it different. Then you can write it down in the comment sections of this video if you see it different, if you really like those cassettes. But I think they're a thing from the past that were really popular between, I think they were invented in 1964 by Philips, and still in the 90s they were very popular, and people used those cassette tapes. But I think so in the mid 2000s, about 2005, their star began to fall down. You know. But like I said, if you like this audio medium, please write it down in the comment section. Something nice. Okay, that was it for this video. I hope you liked it. Please give me a like from this video, and please subscribe to my channel. Peace, and that's all.